Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are, boom, 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 we are live. Okay, so let me tidy up the screen just a little bit. Hold on, let's rearrange. Damn, where's Deante? He's hidden. I've got a remedy for that. I have the remedy for that. Okay, so you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. Let me move the mic. Let me get my mic situated, like our Americans friends say. Let's get this thing situated. Okay, so dearly beloved, we are joined today. Hold on a second. Let me do the sound check. What's going on? What is going on? Okay. My mic situated, like our Americans friends say. Let's get this thing sit. Yes. Okay, so we're in good shape. Everything seems in order. Sound check has been completed. Before we claim the launch as being a success, let's just get the title of the piece in place. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. Okay, and let's go the extra mile. What does that say? Oh, let's update that. 186. Boom. Okay, so now we are nicely situated. And let me see what's going on in the chat. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's tell you something a little bit about the show. Okay, so Deontay Wilder tops the headlines yet again. We're going to be sharing the thoughts of Eddie Hearn, who asks a very poignant question. And that question is Deontay Wilder retired? OMG. Okay. There's more news. Besides that. Yes. Who's that? What am I watching? What's going on? Let me get this stream up on my Deontay Wilder. Let me get this stream up on my mobile devices so I can see what you can see. Okay. Let's kill the volume on that as we make sure that everything is in place. Okay, I need to get rid of this tablet. It's as slow as molasses. Yeah, I look forward to the day when I can smash this thing up with a sledgehammer. Really and truly. We're slow from day one. Okay, where are we? Damn. Yeah, taking its own sweet time. Okay, so I think we're looking good now. Okay, I got the stream on 2 separate mobile devices, so we have visibility. Okay. Let's see what's going on. All right. Okay, so let's get into the chat as we say hello to everybody. Heinrich Schmitz is up in the building. What's this going on? What's this here? Is Raphael Dawkins retired? Ask Heinrich Schmitz as Dawkins maintains his silence. Okay. 2:45. What's that? 2:45. Oh, you're in a different time zone. Okay. The Philip Carl Roberts is up in the building. The Cal L up in the building. Okay. So what's going on now? Yeah, the area is populated. Is there anything else that we need to do before we get this thing fully started? Yes. How could I forget to share this share this thing amongst the secret society. I don't know. I hope the title doesn't get too many people triggered. Well, listen, it wasn't me. It wasn't me who said it. It wasn't me who asked the question. That was Eddie Hearn. I simply have to raise the topic. It's clearly something we need to talk about. And why can't I get this? Okay, I have to do this cowboy style. Okay, so let's go over here. Where is this? Boom. Get that in there. What else? What else are you trying to do? Okay, let's just resize this, move this to one side. And let's get the link. Let's copy that. And let's paste this. Boom, boom, boom. OMG. OMG. Oh, it doesn't get too many people triggered. I reiterate to people coming in, these are not my words. These are the words of Eddie Hearn. Okay, so what's going on? Let me share this some more. Let me share this around. Let me spread the love so people know what's going on and where it is going down. Let's get this in. Let's bring this back around. And paste. Boom. Okay, so sharing obligations completed. Let's get this thing started. Okay, so what's going on here? What's going on here? You should have seen Warren's face. What's this here? Uh-oh, that's not for me. You should have seen Warren's face when an interviewer told him that Hunter is willing to fight Fury for no purse. Oh my gosh, that would not have been a pretty sight. He must have turned redder than beetroot. Aaron Daly up in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Pushing out the content, pushing it out hard, mate, hard. What's this say? Didn't know about Frank's brother. Whatever you think of him, feel sorry for Frank then. Who's Frank's brother? What happened to Frank's brother? Who's Frank's brother? What's going on here? Don ZB will be here soon after seeing that title. OMG. Nanu. Mork for Mork. Jameson up in the building. Okay. Retired. Poor bums will have to go on furlough. Shoulder roll maximum. High setting. Started mumbling. Damn, I can imagine. Okay, so we got people up in the building. The area is nicely populated. And there's nothing more for us to do but get on into the show. Where do we begin? That is the question. That is the question before us. I'm ready for FaceTime. Yeah, we could do a little bit of FaceTime, but let's save the best for later. Okay, so I think we're going to start. Damn, I need to shut this damn thing down. Again, too much activity. Let's put that on pause for a couple hours so I can concentrate. Okay, so what else do I need to do? I need to stop sharing that and start sharing Where is it? Where is it? Start sharing this. Yeah, why don't we go straight for the jugular? Let's go straight for the jugular. Let's go straight for the jugular and cut down these pop-ups. Okay, let me see if you can see or I can see. Let's resize that. Okay. Let's make it just a little bit bigger as we proceed to get into this thing. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Okay, so Hearn goes off on Wilder's expired fight with Tyson Fury. Let me get this thing out of the way. There's no interference. Okay, you can see it nice and clear now. Okay, that's better. That's way better. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so Eddie Hearn had some things to say about Deontay Wilder and his absence, or rather his silence. You know, I say silence is golden, but not in every case. But let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so Eddie Hearn is both baffled and disguised. Disguised? Does that say disguised? Baffled and disguised by former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder and his management team, letting his rematch clause with Tyson Fury expire without having contract language that would protect him. Contract language, on small print, clauses, talking about clauses. What about the clauses that would protect him? Okay, so what is this? Yeah. Scrolling along. Okay, so Wilder has been dealing with recovery from bicep surgery recently and hasn't been able to return to the ring as quickly as many had hoped. Hearn doesn't understand how Wilder or his team would have let the contract expire with Fury without raising a fuss about it. Like many people in boxing, Hearn wonders whether Wilder, 35, still has the heart for the game. He's made millions in recent years, very recent years. These recent years, we're talking about the years where he had Anthony Joshua's name in his mouth. Okay, and he no longer needs to fight. He doesn't need to fight to live comfortably for the rest of his life. Yeah, so Deontay Wilder's got enough money to retire on now, basically, since he's had Anthony Joshua's name in his mouth. Okay, so could it be that Wilder wanted to wait until crowds returned before fighting Fury again? If that's the case, it's still a bad idea for him to have let his contract expire for the trilogy fight. It ain't good at all. It ain't good at all. Okay, so what does he say? The deal that Wilder will likely get when he and his promoters negotiate a fight with Fury in a year or two probably won't be as good financially as he would have gotten for a third fight this year. Oh dear. Okay, so Wilder can't be counted on to keep winning long enough for a third fight with Fury in 2022 or 2023. The Bronze Bomber Wilder. The Bronze Bomber Wilder looks too shaky to win two fights in 21 and 2022 while waiting for a third clash with Fury. Damn, who wrote this? This guy ain't pulling no punches. Who wrote it? Okay, maybe it's down at the bottom. Hearn, where's Wilder? Where is Wilder? Okay, so Deontay Wilder has just vanished. Has just vanished from the earth. And he just doesn't fancy fighting anymore. Or his advisors have done the worst contract in boxing history, says Eddie Hearn. Okay. We're in a global pandemic. We're in a global pandemic. You're telling me that you've done a contract that doesn't protect yourself against force majeure, law, unforeseen, or unforeseeable circumstances that prevents someone from fulfilling a contract. And you no longer have a rematch clause because it just expired? I don't believe Shelley Finkel would have done that. But Bob Arum and those guys are goading them, saying goodbye, it's expired. And Shirley's coming out going, I hope we can do the fight. We're ready anytime. You just tell us where, anytime in 2020, and we can get the fight done. Come on, guys. Let's play nice. Okay, so why aren't you coming out to protect your rights? Say no. You signed the rematch. You signed for the rematch. Here's the contract. We're having it. We're having it, mate. We'll still take it. Where's Deontay Wilder? Where is he? Where's Waldo? When Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, there wasn't one day that would pass without him thinking about avenging that defeat. My. I think we have to really, this is a pertinent statement, folks. This is a really pertinent statement. And we have to look at it. We have to absorb it and let it sink in. Let's look at it again. When Anthony Joshua lost to Andreas the Ponce Ruiz, there wasn't one single day that would pass without him thinking about avenging that defeat. Let that sink in. Maybe Wilder is too hurt for him to return into the ring in 2020. With the big payday he'd have gotten for fighting Fury a third time, it's impossible to believe that he would duck that fight. Did he duck the fight? You know, people are ducking the question. I'm not ducking the question. I'm asking the question. People are ducking the question, but I'm asking the question. Did Deante, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, has Deante, the Bronze Bomber is Deante, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, in the process of ducking the fight? OMG. OMG. And how rude of me. I forgot to drop the link in the chat. I'll get back to you guys in the chat in a moment. We just got to get through this. We got to get through this. We got to pick the bones. We got to pick the bones out of it. Has Deontay Wilder ducked the fight? Is he in the process of doing so? Okay. So, says Wilder not talking might be him feeling down from him suffering from a humiliating 7th round KO to Fury last February. Deante might not be willing to face the boxing public yet and deal with all the criticism he shall surely receive from the fans. Okay. So, the problem with Wilder hiding out is the fans will still be there when he eventually emerges. And they'll launch into him in the same way they would have earlier. OMG. OMG. So, Hearn, Eddie the Hitman Hearns, implies that Deontay Wilder is hiding out. That's another question. Is Deontay Wilder in hiding? We haven't seen hide or hair of the fella. We haven't seen hide or hair of the fella. You know, just see him at his home sometimes in the rainforest. I mean, in his forest, you know, playing with his guns and whatnot. You know, here he's got a canoe, you know, a little bit of water sports, playing with his gun, and he's into water sports. But we have not seen him off his compound. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? It would be better for Wilder to get over it and deal with it once and for all. If Wilder beats Fury in the third fight, he would be getting the last laugh, and you could gloat about it. So what's the holdup? What's going on? Hearn suspects Deontay is done with boxing. What the hell's going on? I thought he was taller than that. What the hell's going on? I thought Deante was taller than that. Oh, dame. OMG. Okay, so when Dillian White got knocked out, I know he was only down for 8 seconds. Dillian White? What, 8 seconds? And he continued. As soon as he got out of that ring, he said, I want that fight. I want that rematch. I'm going to have to run it back. Oh dear, this is too much. It's too much, but we get the picture. We get the picture. We get the picture. We understand. We understand the thrust of it. Wilder will have to fight a warm-up. Oh, that's an interesting point. Wilder will have to fight a warm-up. Who the hell is he going to fight? Who the hell is he going to fight? We're going to have to talk about that too. Okay. OMG. Eddie doubts Deante would have fought Joshua. Damn, we're going to have to have a look at that. We're going to have to have a look at that. We're going to have to look at that. I believe that even if Wilder won, I don't know what he would have. I don't know that we would have ever got the AJ fight made. Hearn continued. Let me just kill that there. It's different characters. It's different characters. I just don't understand how you can have a contract that evaporates. How can you let a contract expire and evaporate? Do you know how much pressure I was under when AJ lost to force that contract with Andy Ruiz? I didn't sleep for weeks because they tried to get out of that rematch. Andreas the Punch Ruiz tried to get out of the rematch, and I would not accept it. I fought tooth and nail. Joshua, wanted that fight more than anything. That's interesting, you know. That is interesting because yeah, whilst Eddie Hearn was fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they enforced the rematch, it seems like Finkel and Co. Kind of taking a more laissez-faire type of approach. It seemed kind of laid back. It seemed laid back. I don't know. What's this here? If I turned around and said the only way you can get that fight is if you fight for nothing, you would have done it. I know people say that there's no gate, but, you know, come on. It's COVID. It's the COVID era. You lost your throne. Do you not want to fight for it anymore? You lost your throne. You lost Sophia. None of this makes sense. I'm worried about our business, but I'm fascinated to see how this one plays out. Yeah, I hear that. You want to know what's going down? There's some very interesting comments in the comment section. Let me just take a peek. Okay, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying it. And if you have not subscribed, then for sure, hit that subscribe button. and hit the bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. What is this? Frank's brother is thought to have killed himself in 2010. Jumped from a block of flats, apparently. OMG. I didn't know that. Actual Facts Boxing Talk. A Santos is up in the building. Let me drop the link again for those who missed it. Come on in. Okay, where are we? I think Team Wilder, Shelley thinks they can make more by fighting 3 or 4 more bums, 1 and 2 million at a time. OMG. What's going on here? Saludas, Raf, and the whole crew. Chat, bang, boom, pow. Yes, yes, yes. Frank Warren says, I know who shot me, and they've had a real crap time. What comes around, goes around. Yeah, we all know who shot him. We all know who shot him. Don't write it in the chat, the YouTube carrying on with their thing. They sent me a couple of letters. Sent me a letter to whatever. We'll talk about that another time. Right about now, I'm into this. There's a bum who retires, become a retired bum. Once a bum, always a bum. Once a bum, always a bum. Frank could power a windmill with those with shoulder rolls, with the shoulder rolls. Wilder is a laughing stock. Well, it don't look good. It don't look good. It don't look good when the champ, it's the champ, Shannon, the cannon. It don't look good when the ex-champ just goes silent. You know what I mean? He looks like he's I don't know. We need to hear from him. Skinny legs, the unbalanced. OMG. What's going on here? Wilder might get in the Hall of Fame if he pays at the door. Oh, damn, this is a roasting of epic proportions. DJ, Georgie, Porgy, up in the building. What's going on here? Wilder duck. Yeah, hey, we have to ask the question, is this a duck? Is it a duck? Is the guy ducking? We got to ask the question. The question has to be asked. DJ Georgie Porgy says the fraud can't hide from the truth. Now, Mao. Link in the chat. Oh dear. This don't look good, folks. This just don't look good. Rematch with Braun Strowman. Damn. Good news. Hey, Nevlin, up in the building. Just watch the Wayne Loma all the way. Well, he's certainly the guy with the more experience. And certainly the silkier, the slicker of the two. Loma comes with that power. Yes, he does. But how much does power count if you can't get it home? It's about the delivery system. That said, I do fancy Loma. No, I do fancy Lopez to touch Loma at least once or twice. And what's going to happen when Lopez touches Loma? That is the question. It's very close to me. It's very, very hard to call. What does he say? How is it possible the fight with Braun Strowman has more views than all of his other fights? Is that the case? That's interesting. It's pantomime. The master reviewer says, I don't think there's going to be a third fight. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Okay, so I think we're finished with the article. Let me get that on up out of here. And let me go into my views on the matter. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that don't look right. Let's just sort that out just a little bit. How does it look now? Yes, 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 much better. Much, much better. Okay, so what do I think about this Shizniks? Yeah, well, I think that Deontay Wilder don't want it. I don't think he wants it. If Deontay Wilder wanted this fight, he could have had it. He would have had it. But he don't want it. That's why he's not going to have it. And his team don't want it. Al Heyman don't want it. Shelly Finkel don't want it. Or maybe he does. But certainly it don't look like Deontay Wilder is shouting from the rooftops. Where are the Instagram posts? Where are the Instagram posts? Who is this? Is this Dixon Ciders? Is this Dixon Vinegars? Hello?
Hey, man.
Hello?
Hey, man. Yeah, it's Greg from the LDBC, man. I just wanted to follow you up on a couple of your points, man.
Greg from the LDBC. Okay, so we have Greg.
Okay.
Dixon Ciders. We got Dixon Ciders up in the building trying to unmute his mic. He's struggling.
Okay. Yay. Hey.
Dixon Ciders is struggling. He's struggling with the mute. He's trying to get the mute off. It's like having that child lock on your anodine. Dixon Ciders. I thought he'd left us. But it's good to know that Dixon Ciders is still lurking the halls. Okay, so money's on what? Money's on Lomachenko. Yeah, Lomachenko is the favorite, but you know I can't write off Lopez, man, because I wrote him off. I thought Comey was gonna do him, but he did Comey. I think it was in the second round. He did Comey early, so I gotta respect that. Gotta put some respect on his name. Gotta put some respect on Lopez's name. He could do it, mate. Even though Loma's the favorite, mate. Where are we? Okay, so Don ZB up in the building. What does he say? He says, when Wilder talks, he talks too much. When Wilder is silent, he isn't saying enough. Eddie Hearn. Well, no, come on. Come on, Don ZB. Let's not get this thing twisted. Let's not get this thing twisted. Let's look at the reality of the situation. Deontay Wilder, ever since he took his whooping, his shellacking against Tyson Fury, he ain't been the same. He just ain't been the same. He's gone AWOL, absent from duty. Just can't see the guy. You can't see the guy. He's not on Instagram. He's not on Twitter. He's locked up in his compound. Well, that's how it seems. Seems like the guy's turned into a hermit. You know, I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking him. I know he must be experiencing some type of pain. I don't know. Is he suffering from anxiety? And I'm not mocking this because these are serious concerns. We can't rule out the possibility that Deontay Wilder is suffering from anxiety. You know, anxiety ain't a great thing. You know, it could be that could be the reason why you don't see him leaving the compound. You don't see him leaving the compound. And in comes the man like Don ZB. How are you today?
Good, man. What's up?
Yeah, man, we're just talking about the Deontay Wilder
Yeah,
situation.
you're
We can't
talking
see him.
about me, bruh.
We can't see him. We can't see him. We're worried. We're worried.
All right. First of all, you said put some respect on Lopez's name. You can put some respect on Lopez's name,
Yeah.
but you never respect Wilder at all, no matter what. I mean, you probably
Look
do.
at what
respect
Lopez has
it.
done. Look at what
What
Lopez
did
has done.
Lopez do?
Lopez is just
Has he ever been
Lopez has just
a
won
champion?
the champion. Lopez has just won the championship. Yeah, he's just become a champ, and he's gone straight in to fight what could be the pound for pound, certainly in the top 5. He's gone on to fight a top 5 pound, top 3 pound for pound guy.
And what
Now that's
was
a start.
Fury?
That's in stark
And what
contrast.
was Fury?
That's in stark contrast to what we've seen from
Okay,
your
what
boy
was
Deontay
Tyson
Wilder.
Fury then?
What's the question? What's the
Tyson
question?
Fury? You said Lopez has gone on to fight a pound for pound fighter. What was Tyson Fury?
What was Tyson Fury?
Yes.
What do you mean? What was Tyson Fury? Oh, you mean what?
Was he not like arguably the best boxer in the heavyweight division?
Get the hell on up out of here. He was a guy who had blown up to like what, 500 pounds, 400 pounds. Was in the beer house, the crack house, the curry house.
But you called him the lineal champ, didn't you?
No. He was in the beer house, the curry house, the crack house, the whore house. That's where he was. He was a 500-pound man rolling around in different unsavory environments.
Okay, so you're gonna just discredit Fury in order to discredit Wilder. Fine.
Excuse me? No, hold on. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. You asked me a question. You asked me what I felt, who was Fury at that time. And that what I told you who he was. It was a 500, 400 pound, 500 pound roly-poly rolling around, going from one unsavory environment to another. It was an absolute mess.
You do realize
that's who he was. That's who he was, an absolute mess.
You do realize that before their first fight.
We lost you, Dan. More calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Where you at, Dan? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. He's not muted. Dan is not muted.
Yo.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. He's back. Dan's back. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So like I was saying, before both Wilder fights, right? Fury had 3 fights each. The first time he had 3 fights, he fought 3 bombs in 1 year before he fought Wilder. And the second time he fought 2 bombs before he fought Wilder. So basically Fury was very, very active.
Fighting bombs. Yeah.
Whatever you say, man, he still had like a
What do you mean whatever? What do you mean whatever? What do you mean whatever I say? That's what you said. That's what you said.
Because you are basically saying Fury came off the couch, fat, overweight, and just went straight to Wilder. No, it didn't happen that way. Actually, Fury fought in April. He fought, I think, in July, and then he fought in. I think he had 3 fights before he fought Wilder in November. I don't remember the exact date.
No. He fought Tom Schwartz and Dato Valin.
No, I'm talking about the first fight.
Oh, okay, the first time. He fought Francesco Pianetta and another guy. He fought 2 guys.
Okay. So basically, he's having these fights back to back, and that's making him, in a way, training harder than Wilder was in both fites.
Yeah. Whose fault is that?
So,
if he's training, whose fault is that?
But you cannot say
Whose
cannot
fault is
say
that?
he came
Deontay
in
Wilder
and
could have
fought
fought.
overweight, though.
Deontay Wilder could have fought Dillian White. He could have prepped with Dillian White. He could have had a nice little
We
warm up.
are never gonna give Dillian White a payday. Never. He can keep fighting in Eddie Hearn's backyard and getting knocked out in Massa's backyard.
You're never gonna give Dillian White a payday.
Now,
Why not?
another question I want to ask you.
Why will you not give Dillian White a payday? To explain that to me.
Because nobody and absolutely nobody knows who Dillian White is, except for a few AJ fans.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows who Dillian White is.
Absolutely nobody.
Oh
Even some boxing fans here do not know who Dillian White is. And that's no shame.
That just shows the paucity. That just shows the paucity of the scene over there in the USA. If you guys don't know the top 5 heavyweight boxers,
Dillian White is never a top 5. He was never.
What do you mean Dillian White was never a top 5? He was above Wilder. He's probably still is ranked above Wilder. He's ranked above Wilder and probably still is.
Show me.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Pull it up, man.
Dillian White was ranked above.
I know for a fact he's
Wilder.
not above
Wilder. Why should I waste my time pulling up something that you know is true?
I'm gonna be talking. As I'm talking, you could easily.
No, I ain't pulling it up. It's there for anybody who's interested. Dillian White was and probably is still okay.
Anyway.
So no. You're saying that Dillian White is not ranked or was not ranked above Deontay Wilder. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Dillian White was the WBC silver champ, right?
Yeah.
Right? And in the rules, the champion is basically number 1. Or he is the champion. And the number 1 ranked guy is mostly the silver champion. Or it normally is, right? Am I right?
Carry on.
It's a simple question, man. Am I right or not?
I was reading the chat. Just say what you're saying, bro. Okay. What's the question?
Okay, no. I need you to answer because you like playing.
What was the question? What was the question? Okay. What was the question?
I said in the WBC, the champion is the WBC champ, and the number 1 ranked guy is normally the guy that has the silver title, right?
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you agree with me. So of course, when Wilder lost his title, of course they would put Dillian White above him. But is Dillian White still above him? He was just above Wilder for a week.
He was above.
And
the point is, you're telling me that the American public don't know a guy who was ranked.
Nobody knows Dillian White. Just really hardcore boxing fans like me.
That shows the state of boxing over there in the United States. They don't know a guy who was ranked above the bronze bomber.
Nobody.
That shows the state. That shows the state of boxing. That shows the state of boxing over there in the US.
Okay.
It's terrible. It's terrible. But let's get back to the point. Let's get back to the point. And the point is that Deante, the bronze bomber Wilder, since he lost to Deontay Wilder, we ain't seen nothing, man. We only seen playing water sports. We only seen playing water sports.
I thought you said Wilder doesn't have fans, no one cares, and he wasn't the face of boxing. Why are you so
Wilder started making money? Wilder started making money when he put Anthony Joshua's name in his mouth.
Okay, but you talk about him, and most people talk about him way more than they talk about AJ, even after he lost.
That's true.
So
hold on.
what does
Hold on.
that tell
That's true. That's true recently, because on what that tells me, you asked me, what does that tell me? The more people talk about Deontay Wilder than they do AJ, that's true. And you ask me, what does that tell me? It tells me that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. The man's walking around squeaking, 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 squeaking. And all of a sudden, the squeaking stopped. And the question to you, Dan ZB, why has the squeaking, the squeaking stopped? Why has the squeaking stopped?
Your point.
Why has the squeaking? Why? I'm asking you a question. Why has the squeaking stopped?
What squeaking? He hasn't
you asked me a question. I answered your question. You said why?
Yes, why himself has not said nothing.
You asked me why are people talking about Wilder more? Because I told you it's because the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Okay, now from
that, so I'm about to follow up.
And from that,
question.
and from okay, carry on.
I'm about to follow up your answer.
Okay.
Actually, so Dillian White got knocked unconscious, but nobody is talking about him because nobody ever cared.
Of course, people were talking about him. It was all over the press. Of course, people were talking about him. It was all over the press.
Nobody is talking about him. I guarantee you. Nobody go to any boxing forum. Look, man, I check every boxing forum, every boxing channel, almost every day. Okay?
Yeah.
And nobody, look, man, y'all need to drop Dillian White. He's nothing. Like, literally, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Dillian White is nothing.
Yeah, the Deontay Wilder's got 40.
Deontay are known just as much as Dillian White is known.
Deontay Wilder has 40 bombs on his resume. Explain to me why he wouldn't fight Dillian White.
Because Dillian White is a bum that just got knocked out, and he said it best. Let Dillian White fight Luis Ortiz. Even right now that he got knocked out and no one knows him, Luis Ortiz is still willing to fight him. I guarantee you, Dillian White would never fight Luis Ortiz.
So once again, you deflect. I asked you a simple and straightforward question. You deflect. I just
told you, Dillian White was a bum. He was never the mandatory. He was the #1 ranked in the WBC, but he was not the mandatory.
OMG. Okay, so now you got a different excuse. First excuse is Dillian. Your first excuse is that Dillian White's a bum, so Deante wouldn't fight him. But yet Deontay Wilder's resume is stacked with bombs. So that can't wash. That's not a good excuse. So the bum excuse won't wash. Now you're talking about he was never the mandatory. Well, since when has Deontay Wilder needed a person to be a mandatory in order to fight?
So why should he fight?
Was Tyson Fury a mandatory? Was Tyson Fury a mandatory?
Your point, man.
Was Tyson Fury a mandatory? Was Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury is more of a sellable name. First of all, he's a sellable character.
Was Tyson Fury a mandatory?
And he was a bigger guy than Wilder.
Was Tyson Fury a mandatory?
And I'm trying to tell you, man. Can I answer?
Go ahead.
All right. Let me just answer, man. Okay. So Tyson Fury is taller than Wilder. That adds value to the fight.
Because he's taller.
Tyson Fury knows how to talk.
Height adds value. Height adds value.
When you see two big guys, especially a big black guy and a big white guy, that sells.
Okay.
I don't know about the UK, but that sells here. In fact, you don't need to be big. Once you see a black guy and a white guy, that sells. Because all the racist white folks want to come out and root for the white guy. And then the black folks want to
Didn't sell very much. didn't sell very much in the first fight, but okay, carry on. Okay, so
Okay, the first fight sold 325,000
okay,
pay per
okay.
view
So let's
at
get back.
$80. No,
Yeah,
at $80. Which of
Oh.
Dillian White's fights has ever made that money?
Okay, so let's forget about the detours
No.
forget about the detours and get back to the heart. Let's get back to the heart.
No. Just answer me that question.
What's the question?
Wilder versus Fury sold 325,000 at $80. Tell me which Dillian White's pay-per-view in the UK made that much money.
That's ridiculous.
Including Dillian White versus AJ.
That's a stupid question. That's a stupid question. Why does Dillian White have to make as much revenue? Why does Dillian White have to sell as much? What did you say? What was the question? What was the question? Why does Dillian White? Why does Dillian White, a non-champion, have to sell as much as an ex-champion in Fury at the time?
All right, let me give you a clue. Let me give you a clue.
And the current champion is Deontay Wilder. Why does so? You got a lot of hurdles. You got a lot of hurdles.
All right, let me give you a clue, Ralphie. I got the clue.
No, you got a lot of hurdles. You got a lot of hurdles for Dillian White. First of all, he's not tall enough.
Man.
Secondly,
you used to accuse BFTV of not allowing people to talk.
Secondly, he wasn't a mandatory, so he's not tall enough. He's not a mandatory. Your third excuse is that he didn't sell as many PPVs as Deontay Wilder did when he fought with Tyson Fury. Bro, it's full of excuses and the real truth. Let's face the truth. Let's face the truth. The truth is that Deontay Wilder was scared of fighting Dillian White. It's that simple. You're scared he was going to get knocked out.
And the truth is, if Dillian White was ever on a pay-per-view here, I doubt if they would sell 100 home. I'm serious.
Okay.
At
so
$80,
okay.
I don't know anybody that would shell out $80 for.
Okay, fine. So who is going to be a good pay-per-view opponent for Deontay Wilder? Give me a name.
AJ was the perfect.
No, hold on. Forget about AJ because he's got no intention of fighting.
And Fury, they went for the next best.
He's got no intention of fighting.
For the next best.
Forget about AJ. Forget about AJ. Forget about Fury. Forget about Fury. It's already done.
Okay.
It's done. He's done now. Now next.
Forget about AJ. Forget about Fury.
Next.
Who is the next best pay-per-view fight?
Yeah.
Big Belly Miller.
Don ZB.
Why are you laughing?
Don ZB. Sorry, Don ZB. I don't know if you've read the news, but Big Belly Miller is out of the game. He's going to be out of the game for 3 years.
I know, but you asked me who would sell, who would make.
Who the hell? He can't sell because he's banned from boxing. He's going to be banned from boxing. Give me a name. Give me a name.
Okay, Wilder versus Ortiz 2 sold almost 300,000.
The trilogy.
They were about 15,000 shy of 300,000.
The trilogy with Ortiz.
The trilogy with Ortiz, well, it will probably do around 300.
OMG. Don ZB, you know the thing I like about you is that you don't mess around. You come here and you speak from the heart. And I appreciate that because now the UK public knows the likely direction of Deontay Wilder if he does not retire or if he's not already retired. Most likely, and it's not news from you because we already suspected it. We already feel it. We already know it. Most likely, if Deontay Wilder has not already retired, then his warm-up fight will be with something like a trilogy or if not the rematch with Breezel, there may be the trilogy. Maybe he wants to give Breezel another chance. or the trilogy with Luis Ortiz? And that's what I like about you, because you just say you just talk it. You just talk from the heart, and I understand and I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hear what you're saying, and I agree with you. That Deontay Wilder would most likely fight Luis Ortiz for the trilogy in his next fight, if it's not
I
against.
get you. Can I jump in quick?
Of course.
You see, the US is not like the UK, so I doubt if Wilder would fight on pay-per-view. At least he's not gonna headline the pay-per-view, because maybe they could possibly put Wilder Ortiz 3 on pay-per-view, but Ortiz would have to knock one of these dudes out. Povetkin, maybe even Dylan White. Ortiz would have to do something that would make the fight intriguing. You know,
Ortiz would have to do something. What the hell could Ortiz do that would make the fight more intriguing? Come in a respirator, have him wheeled to the ring in a respirator with like a plastic tent with tubes going in his nose. Is that what he'd have to do?
Here we go with all those lies.
Is that what he'd have to do? I'm asking you a question.
You know what? He could knock out the man that started those lies, Dylan White, your hero. You know, Ortiz could knock him out.
Knock him out. Ortiz couldn't knock out. Well, I'm not going to say that. But listen. We know. At least you're honest. We know that if Deontay Wilder is not retired, then and he's not fighting Fury, which is clear. You know, it looks like the damn thing expired. Then yeah, I totally agree with you. His most likely opponent would be the trilogy. With Ortiz. Okay, so we agree on that, but at least we agree on something. Okay, so let's get back to the heart of things, because Don, you have a habit of coming on and then diverting the thing. You have a habit of diverting the thing from where it was. But let's get back to where we started from, and this the silence of the lamb. The silence of the Deontay Wilder lamb. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about where is the pride? When Joshua got knocked out, your Nigerian compadre, Joshua got knocked out, all you could hear was that I want it now. People are saying, oh no, go. People are saying I can't. You know, of all the people I can imitate, I can't seem to imitate Joshua. I can't get it down. But let me try. You know, people are telling me, hold on, I haven't finished. So, you know, people are telling me, you know, I should take a different fight and that. Well, but what's that all about? That's not the warrior mentality. That's not the warrior spirit. You know, the warrior spirit is get straight back in there, and that's what I want to do. I want to get back in there and get, you know, right the wrong, get my belts back. You know what I mean? I let him hold the belts again, but I just want to get my belts back. That sounds nothing like him. But anyway, so that was the message from Joshua, but it's a very different message, Don ZB. It's a very different message we're getting from Deante, the bronze bomber, Wilder.
First of all, Wilder is not Joshua. Everybody.
We know that. We know that. We definitely know that.
Everybody has their ways of meditating, and
he's doing a lot of meditating. That's for sure. He's doing meditating and water sports.
Wilder has not said nothing. You know. Like, why are you guys that always hate on Wilder? Why are you guys so concerned, though?
We're concerned because the man's gone quiet, and we think that he might be suffering from anxiety.
You could talk about AJ, man. Talk about AJ's next fight.
We're going to talk about.
Let me guess. You haven't talked about AJ in months.
Ladies and gentlemen, I might as well give you the news now. It has been confirmed that Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev will be fighting in December the 5th. I think it's December the 5th.
We knew about that months ago.
Old news.
We knew about that
months ago. Okay, well,
you yourself, you haven't talked about AJ in months. the remaining channels haven't talked about AJ ever since Wilder lost. It's kind of like AJ lost.
How was AJ lost? What does it say about AJ? We're in pandemic. We're in the
Fans were
pandemic. We're in
interested in
lockdown.
him
We're in the
because
pandemic.
of
We're in the
Wilder.
pandemic. We're in the pandemic. We're kind of semi-lockdown. It's not full lockdown. It's half lockdown. The man's in training for a fight with Kubrat Pulev, and he's not the squeaky wheel. He's not the squeaky wheel. Deontay Wilder is the squeaky wheel. But the problem is the squeaky wheel has stopped squeaking, and we're trying to find out what the hell is wrong with. Are you prepared to accept that Deontay Wilder might be suffering from anxiety?
I honestly don't care. You know,
You don't care about your guy. You don't care. You don't care about your guy. He's your guy. You don't care about your guy.
Listen, man. People die. If he dies, I'm gonna be like, sorry, you know, and life goes on.
OMG, that's cold.
So,
that's cold.
If he comes back, I'm gonna hope he comes back and does well. But man, I've been a boxing fan way before Wilder. Okay, so life doesn't end there for me. Boxing doesn't end there for me. Not like you, AJ fans. A whole bunch of you abandoned boxing, and a whole bunch of your jumped ships to Fury. And the few fans AJ had here that were the few white fans AJ had in America have jumped to Fury.
Okay, so you're talking nonsense. You're saying that AJ fans will abandon boxing when AJ retires. That's utter complete.
I mean, half of them already abandoned boxing when he got whooped by a fat boy.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So we gonna see. We gonna see. Okay. So
back for y'all happy about first of all, Fury has to fight Wilder because they had a rematch clause. But let's just say he's like, okay, I'm not doing it. Sue me.
Expired.
Okay, let's just say he's like, I'm not doing it. Sue me. I don't believe Fury would fight AJ anytime soon. He's gonna milk this Wilder win for at least 2 or 3 fights, and that would take a year to 2 years before he fights AJ.
What the hell are you talking about? How is he going to be 2 years
Fury
before?
Has
before
a track record of fighting bums. Okay, he knows right now he could come to America. He has a little clout going on. He could come here and fight 2 bums and make 10 mil per fight, easy.
Who could make 10 mil a fight?
Fury.
Okay, cool.
Fighting bums.
Cool.
Well,
listen. Wilder's made a whole damn career fighting bums. He only stepped up like a couple of years back. So fighting bums, it seems, is the American way. Over there, you can fight bums, and it's all good. It's all cool in the gang.
Well, your champion guy is ass whooped by an American.
He's American, Mexican, whatever. You know, the pizza boy, the dough boy. Yeah, the dough boy. And then he came back and beat him.
And ran.
He's
came back and ran. He ran worse than Floyd ever did.
He is the undisputed boxing champion of the world. Heavyweight. Ooh. The undisputed. Oh, if you don't know that. You don't know who's the undisputed. Oh, sorry. He is the what do you call it? What do you call it? The fat Mexican. He's the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, you know who that is. If you don't know who that is, I feel sorry for you. Okay, but let's get back on topic. So, your boy there, Wilder. It seems to me, Don ZB. It seems to me he don't want it no more. It seems to me like he just ain't interested. He's made some money. He's made some money. He's made a few shillings. This is probably Dixon Siders. He's made a few shillings, and now He's good. He's good. He's good. He don't want that beating no more. He don't
tell
want that.
you he
He
don't
don't
want
want
it
that.
no
He
more,
don't
though.
want that beating no more. He don't want that beating no
Did
more.
he
Red
tell you he don't want
red
it no more?
red glove militant is up in the building. Red glove militant. Is this you or is it Dixon Siders?
No, it's the real RGM, the real Red Glove Militant.
It's the real red gloved militant
What
Dixon.
up, Red Glove? Hey, Rafi,
Hey, what up,
I'll
Don?
be back in 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, Don
All
ZB,
right.
ask me one question. Answer me one question before you go. Answer me
Nah,
one.
man, I'm gonna let you.
Answer me
I'll
one
be
question.
back for you.
Answer
I'll
me
be
one.
back for you. I'll
Yo,
be
you're
back
ducking
for
worse
you.
than Wilder. You're ducking worse than Wilder.
You better not
Nah,
duck him,
I'll be
son.
back for you.
You better not
Red,
duck me,
Red
son.
Gloves Militant engage you for that. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Okay, Don. Okay.
It's gonna be kind of boring because me and Raf agree so much.
We agree a lot.
Like,
We agree a lot. We agree a lot. But it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Red Glove, how are you
Yeah.
today? How are you
I'm
today?
good. How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm cool in the gang. You know, sometimes in the struggle, within the struggle, there can be a pleasure within the struggle. There can be a pleasure within the struggle when you're optimistic that you're gonna get to the other side in good shape.
Kind of funny that you say that because at the top of your screen, I'm seeing some struggle. I see somebody who orchestrates some struggle, and then I see some pleasure there at the end.
Pleasure
So
and
you're
time. Pleasure
you're
and
speaking
time.
it, you're believing it, and you're receiving it.
Dang. Yeah. Oh, holy moly. Holy guacamole. Yeah, had to include the pleasure as well as the
Yeah,
had to
I,
include
I may not be a single guy, but I still have eyes.
you were given eyes for a reason. You were
Yep.
given eyes to see. You were given eyes to see the bountiful, the bounty, what you know, the bounty, the pleasure. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
check this out. So peeps this, regular militant peeps this. So the fella there, Wilder, apparently Shelley Finkel, Al Heyman et al. Apparently, allegedly, they have let the contract run out. What's your view on this whole sorry saga?
Well, the way I honestly feel about it is I think it's due part in, because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I can't act like this doesn't have and I apologize, I had to take a quick drink.
Yeah.
But
Understand.
yeah, I like, as much as I love to rag on Wilder, I have to be honest, it might I have to say that probably has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there wasn't a pandemic, then to me that just seems like he didn't, like, he was putting on a front to, acting like he wanted the rematch, but then, then it's like, well, what am I gonna do? The contract expired, so I've been trying to make the fight till this day, so yeah, because of the pandemic, I can't give any like definite. I mean, I wouldn't be able to give a definite anyways, but like I have to give him more benefit of the doubt because of it. But if you want my honest opinion, I think even if there wasn't a pandemic, I don't think he wanted to go through that again.
You don't want to go through the experience?
Yeah, I mean, he arguably lost the first fight. He definitely lost the second fight.
Yeah.
I mean, the trend is not working in his favor. He is not in his prime. He's going to be 35 later this month.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's not really in his prime anymore. He's been able to get by at being a one-trick pony, but he's not going to be able to get by on that anymore. I mean, Fury is what? I think he's 32, 33, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
so he's still within his, time is on his side. I said it before, I think here, that it's good for him to get more time to train and everything, but more time means less prime. in this case.
OMG.
So
OMG. More time, less prime. Damn, that's a good one. So, wow, can you? What is your take, Red Glove Merton? Don ZB's back. I'll get to you, Don ZB, in a moment. What is your perception? How are you perceiving Deontay Wilder's silence? Because they sometimes say silence is golden, but it don't feel golden right about now.
I have mixed feelings about it because, to be honest, he will get criticized no matter what he says.
Yeah.
You know, but you also have to take into account, you know, the people who are actual haters are gonna hate regardless. So you might as well say something.
Yeah.
And just as long as what you're saying is genuine and you're not making excuses, you know, because I've actually heard certain people say, I don't know why Wilder's not talking about the gloves. Why is he talking about the gloves? You want to know why? Because everybody's gonna laugh at Wilder just like they're laughing at you, coming up with, you know, conspiracy theories. But I do think he needs to say something, not necessarily about the gloves, but I mean, like, if the time has expired, but you're still going to try to make the fight, let that be known. Be like, you know, the time did expire. Keep in mind, we're dealing with a global pandemic. My team is working to see what we can do to entice Tyson Fury into still holding up holding up this rematch clause, even though they're not bound legally. You know, if he were to say something like that, I think that would be, you know, understandable. And if the fight still doesn't get made, well, then he could at least say, well, we tried, you know. So that's how I feel about this situation.
Yeah. So what should Deontay Wilder, what would be, what do you think his move should be in terms of his public relations? Because the public relations, his PR team, I don't know. I think he's fired his PR team. Maybe he fired his PR team before he fired Breland. I don't know. What does he need to do right about now? Don ZB's disappeared. Hopefully he'll be back.
He could hire me, and I tell him what to do. Like, I think the way that I just laid it out is the way to go. Like, you know, because it's if the fight doesn't get made, everybody. You can at least say, well, it's not due to lack of trying, you know. And if anything, he can make Fury look bad. He could be like, hey, he didn't want to work with us at all. We offered him, you know, more money. We offered him for the fight to be in the UK or whatever, you know, try to give him an enticing offer. But if you're just going to let the time run out and not try to do anything, then it just looks like you didn't want the rematch.
Yeah. Well, that's how it's looking right about now. It looks like you don't want the rematch because to me, when Joshua lost, he's very vocal. He's very vocal straight away. Let's run it back. When Dillian White lost, straight away, let's run it back. But when Deontay Wilder loses, it seems like he's gone into to convalescence. He's gone to the what do you call it? The retirement village. You know, it just looks like the man's just being wiped off the face of the earth. He's took himself away. He ain't talked to his fans. He ain't talked to his people. You know, my bomb squad people. He ain't talked to his bomb squad nation. What the hell? What the hell? So you know, he's left it all up in the air. Me personally, I don't think his heart's in it no more. I don't think his heart's in it no more because look, he just got he's been thoroughly outboxed. I mean, you could argue he's outboxed in the first fight. That's up for debate. Me, I thought he was close enough. I thought he was close enough to even Steven. I'm cool with the draw of the first fight. But the second fight, he got comprehensively and thoroughly outboxed, and I don't know what kind of mental space that would leave him in, knowing that there were signs that he was interested. There were signs that he was up for it. He's down in Florida. He's down in your neck of the woods, actually, doing his strength and conditioning training. So you know there were indications that he was up for it. as we say over here in the UK, up for it. But it don't look that way now. Don't look that way now. Shelley Finkel comes out and says, oh yeah, that's it. It's Bob Arum's opinion that the thing's over, that the contract's expired. He says it's Bob Arum's opinion. So let's look at that. So he's not saying Bob Arum's wrong. He's saying that's Bob Arum's interpretation. So if he's saying that's Bob Arum's interpretation, then that leaves plenty of room, plenty of scope for it to be the truth. Red gloved militant.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely leaves it within the realm of possibility. Sounds like a lot of diplomatic talk. Like, you know, he's like, I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm not saying he's telling the truth. You know, he's just trying to save face the best that he can, because let's be honest, especially now in the age of social media, a lot of this is like perception wars. Raf, nearly every show you get somebody who's trying to plead a case. You know, you got a lot of lawyers bringing their case to Raf for free. They're defending these guys for free. You know, they don't realize they could get paid to do the same thing. But anyways, you know, there's a lot of perception wars that goes on, especially in the YTBC. You know, they want their guy to have the perception of being the guy. That's why, you know, the glove gate is a thing, because if they can get enough people to believe it, or to at least give reasonable doubt, then, which is actually is just unreasonable doubt. But anyways, they're happy with that. They're like, well, Wilder may have lost the fight, but as long as everybody thinks he was cheated, then we've done our job, you know. So the promoters, in a sense, the promoters and the managers, in a sense, kind of do the same thing. The difference is they get paid for it.
Yes. So that leaves where the hell Don ZB? That leaves us. He must think I'm doing an all-nighter. I ain't doing no all-nighter. You know, pandemic.
He's ducking me. No, I'm just kidding.
It's pandemic time. So, you know, every second counts in these days. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a leisurely thing no more. Well, it is a thing of leisure to a certain extent, but I don't know about anybody else. My schedule is kind of tight and got to get up in the morning and all that kind of stuff. What are we looking at now? How are we going to deal with this now? What is the pertinent question? What is the pertinent question that I haven't asked about this topic? Let me look at the title. Let me get the title up and let me see if it jogs my memory. Is there an angle which I wanted to touch on, which I did not? Is Deontay Wilder retired? Let me ask you that question. Is Deontay Wilder retired? Red gloved militant. How does he feel to you?
To me, it feels like a wild card at this point. You know, because you have to think about it, all right? We're talking about a guy who has built his whole career around being third place.
Yeah.
And then he essentially makes it to second place in his pro career. You know, he made, you know, a big deal about the 10 or 11 defenses, you know, being the longest running champion currently, and then he loses. The fact that he let this run out, you know, that says a lot. It wouldn't surprise me if one day is just like, you'll see it on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. I can see the title right now. Deontay Wilder retires at age 35, you know. And, you know, it's no secret that he, you know, supposedly he's supposed to play Clubber Lang's son in the next Creed. It wouldn't surprise me if he were to, you know, try to do some acting. Whether or not that's Clubber Lang Jr. or not, that, you know, we just got to wait and see if that happens. But as far as his boxing career, it's not looking very promising right now. Just get, not because he lost, but because of his attitude and the way he's moving since he lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. 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 It don't look good. Has Deontay Wilder retired? That is the question. And from my point of view, my perspective, I always saw this as a cash out fight anyway. Deontay Wilder's what, 35, 36?
He'll be 35 later this month.
Is it 35 this year?
Yeah, because I think he's exactly a month older than me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Red Glove Militant giving hints about when his birthday is. Make sure you have your birthday cards for the Red Glove. So he's 35 this year. Okay, I thought he was 36.
Right.
But 35 this year. He's got brittle bones. He's injury prone after every single damn fight. He seems to be complaining. He seems to have a surgery after every fight. He seems to end up having an autopsy. You know, how many autopsies can one man have? That's a question which needs to be asked. Shelley's just doing damage control. Well, it certainly looks like damage control to me, because like I was saying, to me, it just looked like this fight here, the third fight, the trilogy fight, was going to be a cash out for Deontay Wilder. That was my impression. That was the impression that I had. He was looking to cash out with the last fight, because I honestly don't see how he could significantly upgrade his skills in such a short space of time. And then people say, well, hold on a second, Rafi. Hold on, Rafi. Well, didn't Anthony Joshua come back? Yeah, he came back and he righted the wrong. Yes, he did. But could Deontay Wilder do that against Tyson Fury? I have very, very grave doubts. I have severe doubts. And so where does that leave us? Well, it looked like a cash out. Looked like a cash out to me. And now we're in the pandemic era, and you know, the pickings are not what they were before the pandemic. So now it ain't as big as a cash out as he was expecting. Money's not going to be as long as he had thought. And so what has he got left to fight for? I mean, what has he got left to, I don't know. How, if he doesn't get this trilogy fight, what is out there for him? Don Zeeby says he's always got the trilogy with Luis Ortiz.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
I am serious. It's on tape. It's on wax. Got it from the horse's mouth. Heard it from the horse's mouth. The trilogy is quite appealing. So
I don't know to who. Like, are they looking to get sponsored by AARP? Like AARP, just I realize that might be an American thing, but that's like if when you become a senior citizen, you know, you can opt to. There's a company called AARP that you can like pay every month for like your life insurance. That would be a good
sponsor. Also, Depends might be interested in you know, those adult diapers. They might be interested in sponsoring the event. Brittle Bones, the Brittle Bones Association of America, they might be interested in stumping up some money for sponsorship. And of course, don't forget the hamburger stands. They're gonna get a cut of the hamburger money, the hot dog money.
Oh yeah, that back end money, that mysterious back end money.
The back end money from the hot dog stands. It seriously looks to me that hold on a second, let me take care of this. We got a persistent troll. We got a persistent troll up here. And yeah, I mean, if it's good humored, yeah, that's all good. If it's good humored, that's all good. But when it's got an unsavory element, then you know I gotta get you the hell on up out of here. So that's taken care of. That's taken care of. So yeah, Deontay Wilder. Yeah, his cash out. I think his plan was to cash out, and his plan has been thrown asunder. And so now I think the reason why I'm giving the reason why I think he's quiet. And I think the reason why he's quiet is because he just don't know. He just don't know what his next move is. Does he retire? Or does he stick around? Does he wait for Fury to grant him a rematch? Because now it looks like it's going to be optional. It's going to be in Fury's hands. It's going to be optional for Fury whether he grants him a rematch now, if it is indeed the case that the time has expired. So now Deontay Wilder is going to be hanging around thinking, well, what do I do? Do I fight Ortiz again for the trilogy? Do I give Breezel his rematch?
I cringe at all these fights you're talking about. I don't want to see another Brazil fight. I definitely don't want to see a third Ortiz. Like Brazil, he knocked out in the first round. What do we need to see another one for?
Well, he wants to give Brazil a chance, maybe. I don't know. He's gonna come up with the old excuse. Yeah, he's got kids. He's got kids, and a lot of times these guys don't get a chance. And we need to look out for one another. So I'm gonna give Brother Breezel another chance. I heard he hurt his back before the first fight, and I don't want there to be no excuses. I don't want there to be no ambiguity. I just want to let people know that I am the Bronze Bomber. Your king is in fine spirits. Don ZB, your king is in fine spirits.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to tell you. You kept saying he hasn't said nothing. He did drop a video telling you your king will be back.
Not my king.
Not my king either. It ain't my king.
The king shall return.
So that was 3 months ago, though. What happened? What happened since? He hurt his back.
Well, when you used to talk, Brampy, you used to say on your show that he talked too much, though.
Well, he's gone quiet, man. He's gone quiet. We're worried. We're worried.
Oh,
you gotta meet that healthy balance.
Huh?
You gotta meet that healthy balance. There's talking too much and talking too little. I mean, it's good that he said your king is returned, but the only other thing I remember hearing since then is not anything except for seeing him doing that little dance. The twerking.
Yeah, twerking king. Twerking.
Twerking.
Twerking. Okay, So Don ZB, defend your king.
Okay, Red Glove. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Sure. Doesn't this prove that Wilder is actually the face of boxing, since the whole boxing world cannot stop talking about it?
I don't see the whole boxing world talking about him. Like right now, we're just speculating because there was a lot of talk. A lot of us seem to remember a lot of talk about AJ when he lost, and now that your king has taken a loss, we're just wanting to see how it's affected him, but he hasn't allowed us to see that. That doesn't make him the king of boxing. That we're just looking for poetic justice, if I'm being honest. There's a lot, right now, almost every stream is about Lomachenko and Lopez.
No. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not. Okay, what I'm trying to say is when AJ lost, we talked about AJ for about 6 weeks and it died down. Wilder took a loss since February, and we're still talking about him.
That's disingenuous. I'm not going to put no names out there, but I seen big channels who talked a lot of smack way longer than 6 weeks after that fight was over. So, like, you may not realize it, but it was way longer than 6 weeks. Yeah. It was 6 months because it went on until the second fight happened. All right. And then once he beat Ruiz, then they didn't want to talk about him no more.
Oh, they don't talk about him. No, they don't talk about him now. Now he's off limits. Now he's off limits because he redeemed his error. You know what I'm saying? He made a mistake and redeemed himself. But we wait. Deontay Wilder is just gone radio silent, and Don ZB.
Red glove though, red glove. Hey man. So wait. Are you going to tell me you can't tell Rafi hates Wilder like Rafi is a bonafide Wilder hater?
I don't hate Wilder.
He's critical of Wilder, yes, but he doesn't hate.
No,
Wilder.
Come on. You just being nice.
I don't hate Wilder. I don't hate him. I'm telling you, I don't hate him.
I'm not just being nice because look.
Let me tell you why
I could very easily point out to you streams of other channels who are big saying, and you don't have to watch the stream. It's in the title. Anthony Joshua is a female dog. I'm just gonna put it to that way in respect to Rafi because I know he likes to keep it clean.
No.
So
Rafi doesn't curse. Do you understand? That doesn't mean he doesn't hate. You know. He doesn't curse.
But
you ain't got to curse.
What kind of correlation is that? What kind of correlation is that? What kind of correlation is that? That's kind of a weird correlation. That's kind of a weird correlation.
Don ZB, let me explain something to you. Wait, real quick.
Other channels call AJ AB.
Yeah, but
so
I've also
know your style, but that doesn't mean you don't hate on Wilder.
All right, but Don ZV, that doesn't mean that Raph never uses those words. Because the night that AJ lost, Raph kind of let the F word fly.
Yeah.
He's not above it. It slips. So although you're right, he tends to keep it clean.
Yeah, I tried.
It's not like he's unable to use those words because I've certainly heard him. I've heard it slip. So if he truly emotionally hated him, it would slip.
It would.
Okay, let me put it like this, right? Rafi is one of those dudes, right? That maybe he was a fan of Eddie Hearn or AJ. I know it's one of them. And then because of what Wilder put him through, he hates Wilder. He hates Wilder. That's kind of like during the Mayweather-Pacquiao saga. Those Filipinos hated Floyd to the end.
Wilder never put him through anything, though. It was Ruiz that beat AJ, not Wilder. If he hates anybody, it would be Ruiz.
After Ruiz just beat AJ, Rafi was on here blaming Wilder.
Look, Don, this is what I'm gonna say. All right, just because this is what I'll say. Okay, Rafi, it's no secret. Rafi is pro AJ. All right. It's no secret, all right? You always have to take in consideration the host, okay? Now, I'm not saying that's a ding against Rafi. It's that everybody has their own point of view, okay? I'm a Mexican Puerto Rican that lives in Florida. My point of view is not going to be anything like an Eskimo who lives in Alaska because I've never seen snow, and they don't know what it's like to deal with extreme heat and humidity like I do. So, naturally, everybody's going to have a different point of view. Just because he's critical of Deontay Wilder doesn't mean that he hates him, but his scope is going to be different. I don't think that you hate AJ, and I don't think you hate Fury, but you just have a different scope than me and Rafi. I don't agree with everything Rafi says, but I understand his point of view, and I can respect it because I know he comes from a genuine place, and I know he can only go based off of his experiences. We all see like these different articles and stuff, and because of our point of view, we're gonna see. I could read one headline, you could read the same headline, and we get two completely different perceptions from that.
Yeah, indeed.
It has nothing to do with hate. It just has to do with with
It
our
ain't-
backgrounds.
Yeah, it ain't hate. I don't hate Wilder,
Look,
but I
look,
also
look.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna tell
congratulate.
y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all.
B. I
Yeah.
told you before, bro. My mic is stronger than yours. So so it ain't hate, but what it is that I do hate the way he what we call it over in the UK fannied around. You know, when you fanny around, you act like you want something, but you don't want it. You act like you're gonna do something, but you don't do it. Wilder's whole entire freaking career has been built on smoke and mirrors. It's been built on PR. It's been built on, oh, king only fight king. But you got 40 bums on your resume. So I will call out that bullish. You know, Wilder's been out here bullishing the people. And I can't even say for years, because for years we didn't pay him no mind. He was not a factor. He was just the guy over there in Alabama who fought bums one after the other. That is Deante. That is what Deontay Wilder represents to me. That's what he represents to me.
Okay,
He represents a guy who built himself off bums and tried to sustain himself off bums, and then had the audacity, had the bare-faced audacity to when he was supposed to fight Dillian White to come out and say a king.
Okay.
A king. A king.
Okay, I hear you.
King only fight king.
Nathan, Evelyn, I don't hate AJ.
A king don't fight peasants, but yet he was the same guy. He was the same guy who Joseph Parker went over to America to, sign the deal, make a deal. And he had the audacity, the bare-faced nerve to offer Joseph Parker, who was the title holder at the time, $1 million to fight him. AJ offered Parker multiples of that. So indeed, Deontay Wilder himself was a peasant just a few short years ago. So the hypocrisy of Deontay Wilder is something which I will not let go unchallenged, my dear friend. The hypocrisy, the skirting around, I want it, I'm here, we'll fight anytime, I'm ready, and fight 2020. And then the next minute, it's something else. I got a crack in my ass. It's full of excuses. It's full of excuses. He's a shaper. We don't use that term too much no more, but when I was a young lad, we had the expression shaper. Someone who makes out they're going to do something, makes out they can do something, makes out that this, makes out that that. But when it really boils down to it, there's more style than substance. Your man there can barely box. Deontay Wilder is a shaper. Don ZB. Damn. Don ZB is lost for words.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he's there.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I don't hate AJ. I don't hate Fury. But I guarantee you, if Fury beats Wilder again, and if AJ and Fury fight next, I might hate Fury, not because of Fury, but because of the fans that I see here, the way they might react towards AJ, that might make me hate Fury. Like, I love Manny Pacquiao. I always did. I always watched him. But throughout that whole Floyd saga stuff, man, it turned me against him, and I was happy when Marquez knocked him out. But now I'm back. He's back on my good side because a lot of those fans have left, That's the same way with Wilder. A lot of us Wilder fans here, we liked AJ. It's actually possible that AJ might have had more fans than Wilder here back then. It was during that whole saga, Eddie Hearn being disrespectful and dismissing Wilder. It turned us off.
Well, it was a bum. Why? You know, he was a bum at that
Oh,
stage.
he was the champion, boy. He was a bum.
Champion bum. He was a champion bum. He's fighting.
Oh, okay.
Fighting
Hey,
bums. You are what you eat, and he's eating bums for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a
Okay,
But-
I see.
but
I
Don,
see
Don,
you
let me
got
just say this.
because you got your homeboy with you, huh?
who?
All right.
But Don, let me just point something out to you though.
I see you talking your ish right now, man.
No,
All
but it'll
right.
be quick. No, because Don, Don, I wanna hear the rest of what you got to say. But before you move on, I just want to cover something real quick. The same thing that you said about like the AJ fans, like a lot of the Wilder fans don't like AJ because of his fans. The same could be said the other way around.
Yes, but it started with Eddie Hearn and AJ.
I don't see how that started. The first shots that I saw was when AJ fought Eric Molina and took him out faster than Deontay Wilder. Then I started seeing Deontay Wilder and his fans because Deontay Wilder had something to say about that too, and that's to me that's when it all started. So it's what AJ's supposed to not just try to do better than Wilder when he's fighting a common opponent. Like, you know, it's competition. You're supposed to outdo everybody else. If you're coming to lay
No,
down, then you should just go home.
no. It's not about that. It started when Eddie Hearn was all up in the news and saying Wilder should sign this and take this money. No one knows him. He has no fans. You didn't hear all that, huh? You missed
I
it.
did hear all that, but the
Yeah.
trash talk didn't start then. The trash talk was going on already because the Eric Molina fight took place before that. Like, I understand what you're saying, but that's not where the beef started. That's not where all this animosity started between the two fan bases. It was when AJ knocked out Eric Molina in what, the third round, and it took Wilder 9. And Wilder was like, I'm the real heavyweight champion of the world. But then everybody else is like, wait a minute, but he got more belts than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But
and
you know what?
that's
The
where it
funny
all
part
started.
is Wilder was respectful towards AJ. He always was, even after the Vladimir fight, he still was until the whole negotiation and the 50 million started. That was when it kind of got personal.
Wait a
And
minute.
I'm
So it was
telling you that
respectful when he
around
said
the
that.
time,
It was
and I'm
respectful when he
telling you
said that Eddie
around
Hearn
the
was a
time,
slave
Wilder
master.
got
That was
defense.
respectful.
Sorry?
It was respectful when he said that Eddie Hearn was a slave master. Like I don't
No.
understand how that was respectful.
No. He started saying that afterwards.
I don't know. He said that fairly early. I had to. You could be right. I'm not gonna act like I know for a fact that you're wrong. But I seem to remember that being something that was said fairly early.
I'm
Like,
telling you, this whole stuff started with Eddie Hearn. Wilder had been quiet at that time, and this was when he was starting to be a little bit more outspoken. This was, I think, a year and a half ago, right before AJ fought Povetkin.
Don ZB, what was your first fight of Wilder that you saw? Because he's been pretty outspoken for a while. Like, it didn't start with, like, I remember him being outspoken before he fought Stavern.
Oh, okay, look. Of course, he's gonna be outspoken when he fought Stavern, because Stavern was talking too.
Okay, what about Malik Scott? He was outspoken with that too.
Aren't they friends?
They're friends. What does it have to do with him being outspoken?
Okay,
If anything, if I'm going against my friend, I might keep my mouth shut.
Okay, he was outspoken, but he wasn't being disrespectful. And what I meant by he became more outspoken, he stepped his game up. You know, about 2 years ago, he started talking more.
He stepped his game up about 2 years ago. You're right there, Don ZB. You're right there. He stepped his game up about 2 years ago when he had Anthony Joshua's name down the back of his throat. That's when he stepped his game up. You're right. He stepped his game up 2 years ago with Anthony Joshua's name. Before that, he was
Okay,
a
Rafi.
bum. Before that, he
Sure.
was a bum fighting bombs. And
Okay,
Eddie Hearn tried to
Rafi.
bless him.
Okay,
They tried
talking
to bless
about
him.
bomb.
They tried to bless him with give him some high paydays, his career high paydays. He could have got career high paydays from Dillian White. He rejected it. He could have got career high paydays from Anthony Joshua. He rejected it because his people, his Shelly Finkles, his Al Haymans was telling him to hold out. So he kept the people on a merry, merry dance, holding out. Yeah, I'll do it. No, I won't. You know, like one of them girls who says, yes, she's going to go out with you. And then you give her a call and just to confirm. And then she goes, no, I can't go. Check me next week. And he became one of those check me next week chicks. Yeah, he became a check me next week chick. And you know, we don't, you know how irritating they can be. Like I said, the squeaky
Rafi,
wheel,
I have two questions for you.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil. And Deontay
Rafi, I got two questions for you.
Deante Wilder, you're right. He stepped up his game in the last 2 years with Anthony Joshua's name in the back of his throat. Yeah, ask your question.
Rafi, I got two questions for you. You said Wilder fought 40 bumps.
Yeah.
How many bumps did Fury fight?
He fought a lot of bumps too. Yeah. Carry on. Next.
Okay, so Wilder is not the only one that fought bumps, right?
Correct. Carry on.
Okay.
While Anthony Joshua was doing the heavy lifting. Carry on.
Okay, I'm not gonna dispute that, right?
Right.
The most important thing now, Fury can brag
but you have to dispute it because Deontay Wilder was talking about 50-50 like he was on par with Anthony Joshua when all he was a bomb killer. So how the hell can you as a bomb killer tell me?
Okay.
Tell me the man who's doing the heavy lifting. How the hell are you gonna have the bare-faced nerve, the cheek, the gall, the temerity, the audacity to come and tell me, the guy who's been doing the heavy lifting, that you want parity with me? Get the out of here.
Okay.
That's what offended Deontay Wilder because they told him he was worth 50%. And to this day, he ain't worth 50%.
Okay. Wilder ain't worth 50%.
He ain't worth
but
50%.
AJ is dying to have 50% against Fury.
Excuse me?
Is Fury what, 50?
He might get Fury might get 50. I don't think he deserves 50, but he might get 50 because he got some people called him the lineal champ. I don't think he should have been in there with Klitschko because he failed a drug test earlier on in that year and he should have been serving a ban. So I don't rate him. I don't regard him first time around as lineal, and even second time around. How did he become lineal? By fighting Deontay Wilder? That's number one versus number two because okay, fair enough. There's a technicality. Anthony Joshua lost to Ruiz, so okay. That's how he became lineal second time around. So if they're saying he's lineal second time around, okay, you can maybe let him have it, but I don't see how you become lineal by beating Deontay Wilder, of all people. I don't see it, but carry on.
Okay. Do you agree that 50-50 with Fury would probably be less than 50-50 with Wilder?
50-50 with Fury. No. I don't think so. It's arguable, but this is going to be this is going to be the Battle of Britain. So I think it's a huge fight.
When it could have been Battle of the World.
Well, Deontay Wilder didn't want it.
It's now local.
Wilder didn't want it because he was insisting on 50-50 and he ain't worth 50-50. He's a bomb killer.
But Fury is worth 50-50, huh?
Fury's worth more than Wilder because Fury beat Klitschko, who was the dominant champion of the era. So Fury's worth more than Wilder. Yeah. Next question.
There's something Wilder has that Fury can never buy, no matter what he does.
What is it?
Wilder is an American.
So what?
That means he brings a whole lot. He brings a whole lot of pay-per-view buys.
Unknown in his own land, man. Stop it. He's unknown in his own land. He's unknown in his own land. It's Fury. It's the Fury saga that made Wilder after. There's two things that made Wilder. One, him keeping Joshua's name in his mouth. That's one. And two, the second Fury fight. That's two things that made Wilder. Not knocking out bums. One, having Anthony Joshua's name in his mouth for 2 years solid, and two, the second Fury fight. Those are the things that made Wilder, and that's the thing that made him, put him in the position that he is in now. Because we're coming to the end of the show, that's what's put him in the position he's in now, where he made enough money by keeping Joshua's name in his mouth. He made enough money fighting Fury the second time that he can retire now. He made allegedly somewhere in the region of 28 million. Yeah, okay, he's got a lot of managers, a lot of handlers, a lot of this, a lot of that. So let's say he walks away with half of 28, that's 14. Let's say he walks away with 14 million.
You do realize Fury has more promoters than Wilder, right?
No, he does not. Fury is essentially self-managed. He's essentially self-managed, but
he has two promoters.
Fury is essentially self-managed. When he was making his deals with Eddie Hearn, he was hands-on. He was in the office. He was on the phone. He was the one accepting or rejecting proposals. Fury is essentially self-managed. He does have his people around. He'll tell his people, "Yeah, I want this, I want that. You go and sort that out. I want this." He'll tell Frank Warren.
How much did Fury make in his last fight?
He'll tell Frank Warren that I want to fight in December. Warren.
How much did Fury make in his last fight?
So Don ZB, you're gonna have to learn to ask me the question after I finish saying what I'm saying. Because I'm not gonna finish saying what I'm saying to ask you a question. I'm gonna finish saying what I'm saying. So he's got these guys around him, but they do his bidding. He's not one of these dumb fighters. No disrespect to fighters, but he's not one of these dumb fighters who just follow instructions. He knows enough about the business that he makes his own decisions, and he tells his promoter what he wants. So Fury's not paying as many people as Deontay Wilder, in my humble estimation. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, to me, the difference is Deontay Wilder's people tell him what course he should take, whereas Fury, he's the one with his hand on the rudder.
I'm not arguing about that. I'm asking, how much did Fury make in his last fight?
His last fight was with Deontay Wilder, so he made in the same ballpark as Deontay Wilder.
Okay. How much do you think Bob Arum and Frank Warren and MTK Global would take from that money before Fury decides to settle
less money than Deontay Wilder had to spend out? Yeah.
Really? You mean?
How many managers does Deontay Wilder have? How many managers does Deontay Wilder have? What?
Two.
Name them.
JD's and three. JD's, Shelly Finkel, and Al Heyman.
Okay, so he's got a
those are managers, not promoters. He does not have a promoter.
Listen, Al Heyman takes a nice cut. JD's, I'm sure, gets a nice cut, and you sure as hell can bet your bottom dollar that Shelly Finkel gets a nice cut. He's got a lot of people. He's got a lot of people to feed. There's a lot of people that need to get paid every time Deontay Wilder steps in the ring. So, but like I said, we're coming close to the end of the show. So yeah, I guess hold on a second. Let me get to the where's the title? Where's the title? Boat. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I mean, what's the title? Is Deontay Wilder retired? Asks Eddie Hearn as Wilder maintains his silence. I need an apostrophe in there.
He's being sarcastic, bro.
Who's being sarcastic? Who's being sarcastic?
I wrote that comment down. Oh, that's you. That's the title, huh?
No.
You were being sarcastic.
That's Eddie Hearn's statement. It's Eddie Hearn's statement.
Is he Wilder's manager?
Excuse me?
Is he Wilder's manager?
We've just gone through the list of Wilder's managers.
Well, he's not. So how does he know what's...
It's a question. It is a question. Is Deontay Wilder retired? You see the question mark there. It is a question.
Eddie needs to focus on AJ and not talk about other fighters, man.
Listen, Anthony Joshua wanted to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder and give him a good ass kicking. Now, if
Then why
Deontay,
did he fight Ovechkin?
if Deontay Wilder has now retired, then that's taking food off Anthony Joshua's plate. So it is a concern to what's his name? Eddie Hearn. If Deontay Wilder retires, that's taking food. That's food off Anthony Joshua's plate. So it is a concern. It is a legitimate concern of Eddie Hearn. And my position on this, I was going around the getting fed up. No, I'm cool. I'll have a debate. I like debates. My position on this is that Deontay Wilder was about to cash out. The pandemic era came and messed it all up, and now he is at 6s and 7s. He is in a quandary. He don't know what to do. He was gonna cash out. Now he can't cash out. So now Deontay Wilder is what? He's stuck up a creek without a paddle.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Wilder needs to take control of his.
It's too late. It's too late. He's late in the day. He's about to retire. What's the point?
Because they signed the rematch clause for June, July, and then COVID came and they had to extend it. If they did not sign an extension that had like a specific date, then I'm afraid to say they've been maneuvered by Bob Arum. If they did not sign an extension of that contract, if they just took his word for it, then Wilder needs to fire Shelly Finkel.
They have been the truest words you've said today, Dan ZB, is that Team Wilder have been bamboozled. And now, yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the first thing we've agreed on today, Dan ZB, and that's good. That's good that we can come to some accord. Okay, but we have come to the end of the show. Oh, before we go to the end, let me get your picks. Let me get your picks. Red Glove Militant. Let me get your pick on. Is Red Glove? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Red Glove Militant. Let me get your pick on the Lomachenko versus Lopez. It's happening this weekend. It's Friday now. It's going to be Saturday. And when it goes down, well, it's Sunday for us. I will not be up. I'll be getting my beauty sleep. I'll catch you in the morning, Sunday morning. But Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez goes down over there somewhere in the US of A. Saturday night, Sunday morning to us. And I guess I'll go first with my pick. I picked against Lopez last time and I got egg on my face. And now I'm gonna pick Lopez this time, and I'm still gonna have egg on my face. Red Glove Militant.
I'm picking. What do you have Lopez by, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, okay, it's gonna have to be knockout. He's not gonna beat him on points. Okay, let me hedge my bets. Points. Lomachenko knockout Lopez, but I'll go Lopez with a knockout.
All right. I'm going Loma with a unanimous decision.
Mm-hmm. That's a sensible bet. But I just want to go out there a little bit. I want to go out on a limb, just a little bit. Don ZB, who you got?
I'm going with Loma. Loma by beat down. Lopez would actually put up a fight early, but eventually experience and skills will take over. But I would say I'm not going to be shocked if Lopez stops Loma, but I'm picking Lomachenko.
Okay, I'm picking Lopez, but I got a feeling I'm gonna have egg on my face yet again. Might as well have some toast with it, scrape it off my face and put it on some toast. What else did I want to talk about before I close the show? Where is the thing? Let me look at the hashtag. Deontay Wilder, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, What did I put Barry Hearn? I meant Eddie Hearn. Anthony Joshua is fighting Kubrat Pulev on the 5th of December, UK. Fury Wilder 3. Fury Wilder 3 ain't happening this year. And if it does happen at some point in the future, it will be at Tyson Fury's discretion if he's still holding the belt. That is what I have to say about that. Tyson Luke Fury. Yeah, I've covered it, mate. We've covered it. We've covered it. Thank you, Red Glove Militant, for coming on and joining in the conversation. Your final words, Red Gloved Militant.
All right. Well, first I want to say thank you for having me, Raphael Dawkins. It's always a pleasure. You know, you might have to change the show name to Breakfast Time with Raphael Dawkins. I also want to give a lot of credit to Don Z.
Always.
He stands on his square. He debates like a gentleman.
Always.
You know, like he doesn't just try to talk over you, and he doesn't insult you. So a lot of respect to Don ZB for debating like an adult. And I got a lot of respect for him. Everybody enjoy the fights. If you're going to fight parties or anything like that, be safe, wash your hands, all that good stuff, wear a mask, social distancing, just be responsible. Everybody be safe. Peace.
100%. That was Red Glove Militant. Red Glove Militant, guy's own channel. Check him out. Good of him to hop on. Okay. And then there were two. Don ZB, your final words.
Okay, it's always a pleasure and it's always fun,
Yes.
I always have fun whenever I'm on here.
Absolutely.
But it's just that when Rafi starts lying, I just can't take it anymore.
Don ZB,
So,
crazy.
I got to come up here and represent the LDBC.
Okay.
And of course, represent Wilder's best interest.
Yes, well, Don ZB should be working in the legal team should be hired by Shelley Finkel to be Deontay Wilder's personal assistant. Absolutely. If you get the CV together, Don ZB, I'll write a good reference for you. You can.
Thanks, Rafi.
Okay, that was Don ZB. Much appreciated, Don ZB. That was Don ZB jumping on and sharing his time with us. And I see Nicole BT up in the building. Nicole, where have you been? Been missing you over here at Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Good to see you. Absolutement. Absolutement. I don't know what else I need to say. I think we've covered it. Jeff Milton says, good show. Keep up the good work. 100%. Loma by points. Loma by stoppage. Lopez by KO. Loma by points. Loma by TKO 10th, 11th round. Yes. A good show. Enjoy the fun tomorrow. Don't cry too much for T.O. OMG. Double team. Okay. So, and anyone I may have missed, absolutement fair to good show. Okay. It ran a little bit longer than I'd anticipated, but it's all good entertainment for you. The Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio Nation, the Combat Army. We had a good one. Smack that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And hitting all good buttons. And we will speak again very shortly. If not tomorrow, the day after. And the day after. And the day after. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. The only thing left for me to say is blessed.